Hello friends, begin with a bowl of ground beef, 1.5 pounds, or about 700 grams. Add 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of oregano, and 2 teaspoons of rosemary. Then crack in 1 egg to help bind everything together. Next, add 1 cup or 125 grams of oatmeal to a blender. Blend it until it becomes a fine flour. Oats are a lovely way to add a wholesome touch here, and they also help with digestion and heart health. Transfer the oat flour to a bowl, then pour in half a cup or 120 milliliters of warm cream. Stir until the mixture turns smooth and creamy. Friends, I'd be so happy to hear where you're from. Let me know your city, country, and if you're in the US, your state too. After that, add it to the bowl with the beef. This will help keep the meat tender, juicy, and soft. Next, finely chop 1 onion. Onions have always been at the heart of our family kitchen. No matter what dish my mother was making, she always began by chopping an onion. She used to say it gave the food its soul. And she was right. Onions bring not only sweetness and warmth, but are also rich in antioxidants that support the heart and strengthen the immune system. I can still remember the smell of onions gently sizzling in the pan, filling the whole house with that cozy aroma. The very first sign that a comforting meal was on its way. Now, pour a little olive oil into a frying pan. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking it. It's a simple way to show your support. Sauté the onion gently over medium heat for 3 to 4 minutes, just until it softens and turns golden. While it cooks, grate 2 garlic cloves on a mini grater. Garlic adds that rich, unmistakable aroma, and it's one of nature's best immune boosters. It helps the body fight off colds, supports heart health, and has been treasured in kitchens for centuries. I always smile when I grate garlic. Its scent instantly fills the air and makes everything feel warmer and cozier. Add it to the pan and fry for another 2 to 3 minutes. Friends, for more content like this, make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss any new recipes. Transfer this fragrant mixture into the bowl with the ground beef. Next, slice 4 to 6 potatoes into very thin circles. There's something timeless about potatoes. They've been at the heart of family dinners for generations, humble, hearty, and full of goodness. Rich in potassium, they give us strength while wrapping us in that cozy feeling of home. Next, grease a baking dish with a little olive oil and then carefully arrange the potato slices in a spiral pattern along the bottom. I always enjoy this step. It feels almost like decorating, and it makes the dish look as beautiful as it tastes. Now return to the bowl with your ground beef. Mix it thoroughly with a spoon, or even better, with your hands. There's something about mixing meat by hand that feels so honest and traditional, the way generations before us always did. Next, shape the beef into even-sized meatballs, rolling them gently between your palms. Place the meatballs on top of the potato layer, like little jewels on a golden base. As they bake, the savory meat juices will soak right into the potatoes, making them incredibly tender and flavorful. Now, for the sauce, add 4 ounces or 120 grams of Greek yogurt into a small bowl. Season with 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Finely chop a bunch of fresh parsley. These bright greens are packed with vitamins and make me think of warm afternoons, picking fresh herbs. Stir the parsley into the yogurt. Pour in half a cup of water. Mix until smooth. Pour the sauce evenly over the meatballs and potatoes. Place the dish into the oven. Bake at 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for 40 minutes. Meanwhile, let's make a fresh salad. Place a few handfuls of mixed salad greens into a large bowl. Finely chop 1 bell pepper. The sweet crunch of peppers adds a wonderful brightness to the dish. There is simply nothing like the taste of a fresh pepper to wake up a recipe. Add it to the bowl. Next, slice 3 to 4 mini cucumbers into rings. These crisp vegetables provide a refreshing bite that perfectly balances our rich meal. They add a cool, clean flavor that everyone always enjoys. Toss them in. Then, cut 5 to 6 cherry tomatoes in half. Their vibrant color and sweetness brighten up the entire plate. Eating them takes me right back to picking warm tomatoes off the vine in our family garden. Toss them into the mix. cut one avocado in half and dice it into cubes. Avocados are full of healthy fats and essential vitamins, making our salad both nourishing and creamy. This rich texture elevates a simple bowl of greens into something truly special. Add the avocado to the bowl. Now, remove the baking dish from the oven. Grate 7 ounces or 200 grams of cheddar cheese. There is nothing quite like the sight of melting cheese to bring everyone running to the kitchen. It creates a beautiful layer that traps all those wonderful flavors underneath. Sprinkle the cheese generously over the top. Return the dish to the oven for another 20 minutes until perfectly golden. Next, whisk the dressing together. In a small bowl, combine 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of mustard, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Mix everything until smooth. Pour the fragrant dressing over the salad and toss gently. Finally, take the meatballs and potatoes out of the oven. Finely chop a few stalks of fresh green onions. I love adding this final layer because the mild onion flavor cuts through the richness of the cheese perfectly. It's like a breath of spring right on top of your warm dinner. Sprinkle them over the top to provide a pop of color and a fresh finish to the savory dish. Now, it is time to serve. Place a few juicy meatballs right on top. Scoop a generous portion of the tender potatoes onto a plate. Add a bright serving of the crisp salad on the side. This comforting meal is perfectly balanced, featuring savory meat, creamy potatoes, and refreshing vegetables. I truly hope your family enjoys this hearty dinner as much as mine does. Thank you for cooking with me today, but don't go just yet. I have a second, equally delicious recipe to share with you. In a bowl, crack 1 egg. Add 7 fluid ounces or 200 milliliters of light cream. Add 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Whisk thoroughly until the mixture is smooth and combined. This forms a rich, savory base that gives the dish its truly irresistible flavor. Friends, I always enjoy knowing where you're from. Please share your city and country, and if you're in the US, let me know your state. Next, chop 1 onion. As you chop, imagine the scent that will soon fill your kitchen. It is the smell of comfort coming alive. There is nothing quite like the aroma of onions cooking to make a house feel like a warm and welcoming home, reminding us of family dinners from our childhood. If you have any questions about the recipe, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments, and I'll reply as soon as I can. Now, pour olive oil into a pan. Friends, if you enjoyed the video, a like would be much appreciated. It's the best way to support me. Add the onion to the pan. Stir well to coat the onion. Grate 1 carrot on a coarse grater. Carrots bring a lovely natural sweetness that balances the dish perfectly. They are also rich in vitamins, adding a healthy boost to this comforting meal. Friends, if you like my content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more recipes like this. Add the carrot to the pan as well. Sauté the vegetables until they are soft and tender. This creates a rich, aromatic base for the filling. Then add 1 pound or 450 grams of ground meat to the sautéed vegetables. You can use beef, pork, or a mix. Cook the meat, actively breaking up any lumps with a spatula until it changes color and is no longer raw. Next, dice 1 red bell pepper into small cubes. Red peppers are not just beautiful and colorful. They are packed with essential vitamins that boost our immune system. Adding fresh vegetables like this ensures you are feeding your body something good while enjoying a truly delicious meal. add it to the pan. Stir well. Now, add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Stir well and let the filling simmer for a few minutes. Grate 2 garlic cloves on a mini grater. That unmistakable aroma instantly fills the room, making the kitchen feel warm and cozy. It really brings back memories of hearty family dinners. Add them to the meat. Add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of oregano. Mix everything thoroughly to combine the flavors. The meat mixture is now rich, aromatic, and ready for the baking dish. Once the filling is cooked, remove the pan from the heat. Then, slice 2 pounds or 1 kilogram of potatoes into very thin slices. Take your time with this step. The slices should be as thin as possible for even baking. Preparing ingredients. By hand like this is such a grounding process, reminding us of the care and love that always went into the meals our mothers made for us. Now, grease a baking dish with oil. Use a kitchen brush to spread it evenly across the bottom and sides. Lay out the first layer using half of the sliced potatoes. Arrange them carefully so they slightly overlap to cover the bottom. This creates a solid foundation for the tasty layers to come. Sprinkle 1 teaspoon of salt over them. Add 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Spread the meat and vegetable mixture evenly on top. Cover the filling with the remaining half of the potatoes in an even layer. Ensure the meat layer is completely hidden under the potatoes. This helps the casserole bake evenly and keeps all those delicious juices trapped inside. Now, evenly pour the creamy egg sauce over the entire casserole. Make sure the sauce soaks between the potato slices. Cover the dish tightly with foil. Place the dish in a preheated oven at 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. Bake for 50 to 60 minutes. When the casserole is fully baked, remove it from the oven. Carefully remove the foil. Grate 5 ounces or 150 grams of Gouda cheese. Gouda is perfect here because of its smooth, creamy texture when melted. It adds a rich, buttery flavor that pairs so well with the potatoes. Transfer the grated cheese into a bowl. Add 1 ounce or 30 grams of breadcrumbs to the cheese. Mix them together well. Sprinkle this mixture evenly over the hot casserole. Spread it out so that every inch is covered with this savory topping. Then grate 2 ounces or 60 grams of Parmesan cheese. Parmesan adds a wonderful nutty sharpness to the dish. It brings a depth of flavor that really elevates the simple ingredients. Sprinkle the grated Parmesan cheese over the layer of Gouda and breadcrumbs. Distribute it evenly across the surface to ensure perfect melting. This final touch ensures you get a delicious, crispy cheese crust that looks as good as it tastes. Return to the oven and bake for another 10 to 15 minutes. Take the casserole out of the oven. Let it rest for a few minutes to set. Slice it into generous pieces. You can feel the crunch as the knife glides through the crust. Just look at that beautiful golden color and the rich texture. It looks absolutely mouth-watering. Place it on a plate. You can see how the tender potatoes and savory meat are perfectly layered, soaking in that creamy sauce to stay incredibly juicy. This is a truly satisfying meal that instantly warms the soul. A delicious dinner that brings real comfort to the table. Thank you for cooking with me today.